Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rahara Kakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles from Great Millstone for teaching us the truth among other things. Shalom to the Shir Akim across the world, pushing the truth and sincere in the hope for elect and a few sisters that are listening. Shalom. So we see a lot of uproaring lately in parts of California, Los Angeles, because of the immigration with ICE, with the northern tribes, the Issacharites, they getting oppressed. Basically, America tried to kick them out of the land. They already, a lot of parts of America, the northern tribe already had in the possession, but yeah, now we have Esau the wicked that came along and basically took it over and kicked them out of their own land. But yeah, that's all through the spirit of Yahweh Basham Yeshai, because we went against the Heavenly Father. So yeah, that's why all these things are happening to our people. And now you be like, yeah, you see a lot of people making memes like, hey, how can they protest in somebody's own land, so in America, while they're not in their own land? So what they were saying with that, basically, you're an immigrant in the land and then you want to destroy not your the land of your of somebody else, but it is their land. Because they were burning, people were saying they were burning American flags, and that's the reason why they say, yeah, how can you burn American flags in America while you ain't going to your own land? All kind of crazy things. But yeah, they were already here, man. You had the Native Americans were here in America, they were there. Then you have Issacharites also went there, and they had a lot of big places, like Texas was also from them. All these places, yeah, Esau took it away, man. Yeah, because Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Yeah, that's he, and he covers the judges, the faces thereof, and that's what he's truly is doing. But I want to show this a little bit video and scroll a little bit through it, and then I have a couple scriptures lined up. So yeah, you see a lot of protesters coming, and also what they did.
This violence that I've seen is disgusting.
It's martial law, because Trump announced martial law. Let me see if I can get that.
Thank goodness we sent out some wonderful National Guard. They've really helped, and a lot of problems they were having out there. They were afraid to do anything, and we sent out the troops, and they've done a fantastic job. He's an incompetent governor. Look at the job he's doing in California. He's destroying one of our great states. And if I didn't get involved, if we didn't bring the Guard in, and we would bring more in if we needed it, because we have to make sure there's going to be law and order.
The fact that he says, you want a civil war on the streets of America.
No, it's just the opposite. I don't want a civil war. A civil war would happen if you left it to people like him. And I liked him. You know, I always got along with him. Never had a problem with him. But he's grossly incompetent. Thank goodness we sent out.
So yeah, he sent basically the military to protect the protesters. Of not the protesters, but go against protecting America. So the protesters can be put back in their places. But these are the things what we're going to see in the near future. That's going to be come to life more and more. Let me see if I can find another video.
This violence that I've seen is disgusting. It's escalated now since the beginning of this incident. What we saw the first night was bad. What we've seen subsequent to that is getting increasingly worse and more violent. Tonight we had individuals out there shooting commercial-grade fireworks at our officers. That can kill you. And we have adapted our tactics to be able to have a chance to be able to take these people into custody and to be able to hold them accountable. We are overwhelmed as far as the number of people out there engaged in this type of activity and the type of things that they're doing.
What is your position on the National Guard being deployed? Do we need them here?
We have tremendous capability here. To say that we would go to that right away, I'd say we're not. We wouldn't have been there yet. Looking at the violence tonight, I think we got to make a reassessment. This violence.
So also what I saw was a video yesterday about a man that had a firework thrown on his car and tried to throw it away, and that the whole thing blew up. But his hand also, man. There's crazy things happening, man. Just all lies. Let me see if I can find more. And
You just shut the fuck up! You okay? I'm good. Are you okay? Firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA. You just shut the fuck up! You okay? I'm good.
see, they don't care, man. They're even shooting journalists right now, man. It's the Daily Mail. So this is fair use.
Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back! Not for racist deportation! Not for racist deportation! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud!
USA Today. National Guard. So now you see the National Guard and the police working together, but soon we're gonna see the National Guard, military, they all coming to basically keep the people in line. Every people that want to step out of line, they're gonna put right back where they're supposed to be in their system, in their belief system, because we know we ain't following the rules of their system. Eventually, in Jacob's trouble, we just follow the path of Yahweh Bashem Yishai and let him guide us. 200,000 National Guard troops to LA to quash ISIS protests as they continue to grow. So the people keep on growing because they getting sick and tired. And what is it? Also, the scripture says like oppression maketh a wise man mad, right? And this is what really happened. They getting basically oppressed there, so they getting crazy in their heads, and that's true, man. And that's also what Esau been doing with us. Eventually, you're gonna be fed up with his lies and all his garbage, what he's trying to sell you. But we need to stay in the spirit, man.
All right, they're removing the.
Protesters gathered in Los Angeles to oppose federal immigration authorities conducting operations at businesses across the city. Protesters gathered in Los Angeles to oppose federal immigration authorities conducting operations at businesses across the city. Immigration advocates say they had confirmed at least 45 people were arrested without warrants across 7 locations. ICE declined to discuss the details of its operations. LA Mayor Karen Bass said the activity was meant to, quote, sow terror.
All right, they're removing the...
So, let me see. Let me check this, if I can do this. Yeah. This is, so we see all these things happening, man, and it is going to be more and more. So this is just the beginning of it. And all these things what you've been seeing. Also, back in the days, you saw like Venezuela had problems, right? When they were basically getting oppressed in their land because of food, lack of food, and all these things that you had, that the people were getting oppressed and they didn't know exactly what they basically what they needed to do. Then you also saw the females, lawyers, basically all the things what they've been studying for was all vanished because they were selling their bodies for a piece of bread. So all that high-ranking government people were brought low because the only thing what they had, the females then, has to sell. They could sell their the vagina for a little bit of bread. You can check that out. I think it's 3-4 years ago. Or more than, maybe 2019, 2020. Then you had the problems when they were lacking food, basically. And the government didn't help them, and the whole land was collapsing. So the Most High just gives us an example, like, hey, this is what is going to happen, just to show you. That's why you also have movies like The Purge, to see the things, what is coming. So, this is 2nd Ezra 15. Let me start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction drawing nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and sword in their hands. And we saw all these things what they were doing, the protesting, throwing rocks. It's lucky for my it's the sickness what the Esau's throwing in the air, man. We call it in Holland hoi fever, but I try to try to mineral things. Let me say that I try to watch over it, so I don't interrupt the video too much. So lucky for that. So 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So if we're going to check the word sedition also, bear with me for a moment. Let me check if I can get it like this. So sedition.
Seduction.
It's not the same. Then the tab is wrong. Let me see.
Sedition.
Yeah, this is the word. Sedition. It goes into conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. Do I have more on this? I don't have more. Yeah, basically that's it. But I can. Satan is messing up with the whole thing, man. But yeah, let's continue on. Because normally I can hear attend more on this word, but it will not allow me now. Now it does. Yes. The whole morning he's busy, man. Yeah. Rebellion. It also goes in rebellion, because we already read it. People to rebel against the authority. So the word rebellion, an act of armed resistance to an established government or leader. The authority puts down a rebellion by landless colonials. Going back to the word sedition. Rioting, the violent disturbance of the peace by crowd, also something what is happening right now. Resistance, a refusal to accept or comply, a refusal to accept or comply with something, and that's what they are doing. That's why there is sedition among men. Going back to the script, this is 2 Esther 15 and 15 again. For the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords with their hands. That's why you see them throwing the rocks, using all kinds of fireworks. Yeah, before you know, they're gonna use everything what they can see, man. And you also know back a couple of years ago with the protest from what's the dude name? George Floyd, or George something. When they're putting bricks in the certain neighborhoods, so the people basically can throw it out of nowhere. There is a construction site popping up, but it's the same thing what they did here. Also, I saw a video. They were putting bricks in certain neighborhoods. Why would you put bricks in certain neighborhoods when you know the people are gonna throw it? So it's just to rise up anger in the people, and they're gonna throw, and then you can basically push in martial law more, so the military can interfere. Now you have a reason, like, hey, we need to put them in control, and let's see how it works. Esau always has a plan on certain things, how he wants things to operate. So nothing is coming just out of nowhere. He's always busy on his bed to try to think on ways what he can do, basically to also destroy the Jacob descendants, but also take fully control of the world. He always has a plan. So don't think something just happened out of nothing. Esau always is behind it with a plan. Because when he's on his bed, he prepared already, like, hey, what we gonna do tomorrow for bringing destruction. He has no rest in that. So 2 Esther 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men. We just read the word sedition. Rebellions, people standing up against the government. And invading one another. They shall not regard the kings, nor the princes, so no governments, no president. They don't care about that. They will stand up and fight. And the curse of their actions shall stand in their power. So the things what they do, they just doing it, and it will succeed for now, because they have the power right now. Now you see the people rising up against the government with each other, so their power is growing. A man shall decide to go into a city and shall not be able, and that's what's happening right now. They try to go to the city, and now you have these national guards going to protect it, so they cannot move anymore. There's a certain amount of ground territory where they can move. And this is just an exercise for the National Guard, man. For the things to get them, to get data. I believe so that it's like getting data so to see how the people react also. So, because they know when they're gonna bring in confusion, they need to bring in disaster to create confusion so they can start the new world order again. People need to get panicked, people need to get crazy, and then you can have the data to analyze. Because you gotta understand also, Esau has the blueprint of all the wars, all the kingdoms that have fallen, that he took over. He has all this information thereof, man. 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed. What is this? I'm telling you, man. It didn't push nothing, but cool. 2nd Esther 15 and 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So this is something in the near future, what's also going to happen. All the people that you've been talking about, having barbecues with, all these things, they ain't gonna have pity upon you, man. They're gonna be like, hey, I need to feed my children, man. So yeah, I need to do this, man. So going to Jeremiah 30 and let me start at 5. No, let me go straight to the point. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but ye shall be saved out of it. Yeah, and that is something what is going to be around the corner. And also, let me start at 6, basically, man. Jeremiah 30 and 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So all these gym addicts and military guys, even you're gonna see the toughest of the toughest guys. Even you're gonna see like, hey, they're gonna be scared out of their asses, man. Because this is not something that you're supposed to take light of what is going to happen. What I wanted to look up real quick, just a second. Let me see. Yeah, so what you're seeing, all these tough guys, military guys, they gonna be scared, and because this is also something. Let me see. This is what is really going to happen to understand. Like, hey, yeah, this is it. This is future prophecy, man. Psalms 91 and 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So, let me start it. Let me read it also in the NLT. Though, Psalms 91 and 7, though a thought, though 1,000 fall at your side, though 10,000 are dying around you, these evils will not touch you. So dead bodies left and right you're gonna have. And this is going to happen in the time when you see like this, right? You see a lot of protesters, but hey, the martial law gonna kick in. People have no pity upon them, on their neighbors. Love for one another gonna wax colder and colder. All these things we're gonna see. So people gonna to basically destroy each other, man. And this whole confusion is going to happen, and we need to maneuver basically through that things what we see through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yeshai, man. Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power of their hand. And that's what Esau is doing, man. They have, they always have the spirit of to try to find out solutions to do more wicked things, man. They have the spirit of Satan upon them, so they basically are working on the left-hand side, man, while we try to work on the right-hand side. And Esau's always working on the left-hand side, man. But they practice it, so don't think for one moment that he doesn't have a plan. He has a plan, because he's trying to be like the Most High. So we see all these things happening, man, but stay sharp, try to be circumspect at your surrounding also. But also in the true, man, that you stick to the scripts and understand, like, hey, in what time period we are living in. So again, Salaki for my the nose running and shit. But yeah, Esau's doing his thing. So yeah, with that, I hope it was edifying. Shalom.